Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this recap video I want to highlight a few things that are notable about where we are sitting right now, basically going into the midweek. And there have been some interesting changes. First of all, and not that it's really that important a shift, because we've been trading this very short term, but we've actually printed our first green grab candle on the daily chart of the S&P. We haven't seen one of these since early to mid-March. So what looked like it was going to be a downtrend, and we've been playing the short side of this intraday, but the more that we plotted higher lows, we started to back off that, go straight up to our clearing range setup. And today, look, this is broken. And again, it really doesn't mean all that much because we were not trading end of day setups. Same thing goes with the YM. Same thing goes with the NQ. In fact, when it comes to the YM, we had a trade that we were looking at on the 60-minute time frame that I'll be walking through in the premium video, which is a long trade for those of you that have been following as members or even in the premium video. The setup really with the dots and the green grab candles should be pretty obvious. I'll go through all the details in the members area. All right, next up is Crude. I went on the Boom Bust television show last week, and I said, I think, Crude's kind of topping out here. And the reason I said that wasn't just to put something out there as a soundbite. It's because when I was out there last week, and that was, I think, last Wednesday, the 11th it was. So that was here. This move on the 11th, I said, this might be pretty much what we're looking at in terms of the highs in Crude. Now, we went on to put a slightly higher high in what ultimately became a minor high in here. It's a minor high, that candle right there that I've highlighted. That's a minor high. And then we pulled back. Now, we went down to 65.55. I'm looking for a 50% retracement. That means I'm looking for about 65.05 to 64.85. And near term, I was looking for a move to 66, which was great until I saw, and I'm only slightly saying this tongue in cheek, and I'm not sure this is going to derail my trade, but damn it, Gartman is short Crude, and that just might kill my trade now. For those of you that know what I mean, Google it. I think Zero Hedge mentioned something. It's pretty damn funny. Regardless, we are looking at a market that has put in the minor high, and I am still looking for a retracement. But quite frankly, I'm ultimately looking for this market to continue to the upside, because quite frankly, what we have is a battle of oil ministers. What we have is a battle of whether or not the Saudis can get the $80 a crude that they want, that they need, or whether the likes of India or Iran can keep oil near the 70s. But either way, we're probably still talking about oil touching 70. So a pullback to about 65, 64.85 is a pretty reasonable entry for what could be a very, very, very aggressive and fresh trade to the upside on a pullback. So that's what I'm looking at here on Crude. Now I'm going to wrap up this recap video with yet another review of our clearing range trade. Now, it was the YM that looked best pre-market. It was the NQ that really ended the day strongest, but it's the ES that most people look at. So again, I'll kind of walk you guys through the setup on the ES, and that's right here. And I thought I had this on one of my charts already highlighted. Let me see. And really what we talk about is the 30, there we go. The 30 minutes right after the bell, clearing range high, clearing range low. I don't want that width of the range to exceed 17.5 points. You can see here what our strategy was, and it actually panned out pretty well. Now, for those of you that understand the hourly price movement ranges and projecting those highs, you know that we easily hit all three of the potential highs on this. So this was a fantastic day, excellent follow through. I don't always expect all three levels to be hit, but if the first two get hit, that's a great day for a clearing range day trade. All right, so that is the recap video for today. In the members area, we'll touch on some of the currencies that I'm looking at, a deeper dive into gold, crude, silver. We'll also take a look at the Canadian dollar and a bunch of pound. We have some really nice pound trades. This is my mic drop trade for 2018, and this thing continues to deliver. We've been talking about the daily chart of the pound since last November, December. And, you know, if you take a look at where we were back around the 132.5 up to now 142, we're 1,000 pips into this trade, and I'm looking for more. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more in the premium update.